Ben McAdoo said right now that competition is still wide open. Murphy on the return from 4 yards deep. Gets hit and gets dropped at about the 18-yard line. Forte, the tailback for the Jets, gets some pressure from Jenkins, spins away from it, and takes it out to the 24-yard line. B.J. Goodson on the tackle after a gain of 6. Yanunwa injured. Brandon Marshall now a Giant. Hackenberg gets blitzed and gets sacked. Darian Thompson. He helped that secondary, which was fantastic. Third down for Hackenberg. Pass gets deflected. Punt the football away for the Jets. Sterling Shepard back deep for the Giants. From his own 26, the turf monster got him, and then several Jets came racing in to finish him off. Perkins gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 2nd and 10 for the Giants from their own 27. Perkins again picks up about 2 on the play. Manning, Ingram, first down Giants out to the 48-yard line. That's the rookie first-round draft pick working on the linebacker, gain of 19. Manning will throw on first down and completes it to the Jet 40-yard line. Travis Rudolph, the rookie out of Florida State, picks up 12. The Jets 40-yard line with Perkins to his right. Manning pumped and looking for Rudolph, and that's a miscommunication.
They are. False start on Flowers, or did he get drawn off? He's saying to the official.
The officials say it's on the Giants.
False start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
To Ingram for 19. Perkins on the run, gets a crease. Perkins to the 30, and he's got a Giants first down, gain of 15. Offensive possession for the Giants after the Jets went 3 and out. Perkins off the left side picks up 2.
I believe Brett Jones was in on that play. I wonder if he's still in the game.
Manning got pressure, took a hit, threw it into traffic, and it's intercepted at the 1-yard line. Sheldon Richardson got the hit, including a sack on the first possession. They'll give it off for Forte, and he gets maybe a half yard. 2 tight end set for the Jets. Forte, penetration, dropped in the end zone. Is it a safety? Yes, it is for JPP.
JPP just explodes into his guy, gets rid of him, and makes penetration right there in the backfield. Effective plays. Good play on special teams. They've got to have that. And then it's a we ID. You've got to find out who you are. You got to say who you are and be who you are.
So the Giants will start 1st and 10 from their own 38. Manning with some time, zips one left. Nice throw, nice catch by Roger Lewis. Perkins, the tailback, behind Manning. Eli waits for someone to uncover. It's Sterling Shepard, dragged down by Buster Screen at the Jets' 33-yard line. Pickup of 16 for Shepard. That's the Giants' 5th play of over 10 yards. Perkins with the carry picks up 2. Manning over the middle, and wide open again is Evan Ingram. Gets pinballed down by Darren Lee, but it's another Giants first down. 2nd catch for Ingram, gain of 13. Player overall, fantastic prospect. Perkins makes a man miss. Nice move by Perkins inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line, and it's a gain of 12, and 1st and goal set up for the Giants. Manning is going to throw that corner fade. Pretty good coverage there. Pass intended for Rudolph, but step for step, Shepard in motion. Perkins to the left of Manning. Put Eli on the run, and he got pressure, and that pass incomplete, intended for Shepard. Ingram split to the top of your screen outright. Manning's going to throw it to Ingram. Jump ball, and knocked away nicely by Jamal Adams. DeGrossis will come on to try a 24-yard field goal. Brad Wing to hold. And the operation is clean. The snap, the spot, and the kick. DeGrossis will kick it off. Marcus Murphy, former New Orleans Saint, back deep for the Jets. Murphy finds a crease off the right side and takes it out to the 24-yard line. Forte, the tailback. Hackenberg, the throw. And it's intercepted. Telegraphed it, and Landon Collins walks in for the touchdown.
Comes out, he just stares his receiver down. Can't throw it to the outside late or predictably.
Interceptions and 3 or more sacks. First team All-Pro.
Delay game. Offense.
And that's the Giants' first touchdown of the 2017 preseason. Wing gets the snap down. And Nugent's kick is good. Did not play a snap last year as the 51st player taken overall. Murphy on the return again. Hit, dropped at about the 17-yard line as the Giants chased him down. The combined 51 games. Hackenberg was the only one of those top 8 quarterbacks that didn't play a down last year. Forte dragged down by Kennard, but a nice pickup.
Probably should have considered putting him out there and just letting him get that experience.
Hello, Jason Pierre-Paul with the sack. Nobody was open. Hackenberg looked to run.
To him right now. He needs these repetitions. He needs to see them.
3rd and 7, pressure again, and that pass sails incomplete. And a little pushing and shoving after the fact as one of the Jets' offensive linemen got into it with, I think, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, it was really late.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 77. Half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
That's left guard James Carpenter, the 7th-year pro out of Alabama. Words to punt. Rudolph back deep. Good high punt. Rudolph trying to make that first man miss. And is able to get about 4 on the return. Back. Manning with some time. Throws it downfield for Shepard. Incomplete. Buster screen. Manning. Shepard. What a catch by Shepard over screen at the Jets' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 31. 1st and 10 Giants at the Jets' 25. Darkwa bounces off a couple tackles and moves the pile inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Shane Smith, the fullback. Darkwa looked like he ran right into the teeth of the defense there. Right into the Manning. And Ingram can't reel it in. Excuse me, Lewis can't ring it in. Manning fires it, completes it to Lewis in heavy traffic. So he bounces back.
That's a heck of a play there. He's all hands with that one.
In the head. 1st and goal. Darkwa in for the touchdown. Darkwa gets the Giants' first offensive touchdown. And how about Ingram coming in from his tight end spot, Carl, to help the block? Snap is clean. And Rosas connects. Rosas to kick it off. Frankie Hammond back deep. And he will take a knee and a touchback. And the Jets will start the 25. Hackenberg, little quick toss to Forte and Andrew Adams. Hackenberg has thrown a pick 6, been sacked twice, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So the Giants have a safety. Thompson went in motion for the Jets. And this a positive run for Forte. Landon Collins gets him to the ground at the 40-yard line. The rookie 2nd-round pick out of Alabama up front. Hackenberg zips one off on the right side and completes it to Robbie Anderson. 49-yard line. Peak went in motion. Hackenberg under some pressure. He'll run it. And he's got a first down as flags come flying in all over the field.
It's going to be, looks like defensive pass interference.
We'll check to see what the
holding
flag is.
Defense, number 24. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Again, Tomlinson goes in motion. Forte took some contact early and then Hackenberg out of the shotgun. Zips one nicely for a first down. Jets have a 1st and 10 at the Giants 11. Hackenberg under pressure avoids the sack and then he gets dragged down. Good pursuit to the football as the Giants closed in fast. In motion comes set right. 2nd and 10 at the 11. JPP chasing Hackenberg. He got a hand on him and Hackenberg throws it away. Forte tackled immediately by Landon Collins. Zero and Ross Martin. Zero's kick is good. So the Jets are on the board. 19-3 lead here over the Jets. Catanzaro with the kickoff. And that travels to the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants will start at their own 25-yard line. Pittsburgh got limited reps against Cleveland. Darkwa pounds into the line and picks up a couple. So Flowers remains in. 2nd and 7 for Johnson. Darkwa has the first down. Good job by Bobby Hart there, Carl, to open it up for Darkwa. So on a 1st and 10, Johnson takes the check down to Darkwa, and he's chased out of bounds after a gain. He got sent to the bench.
Literally.
Johnson intended for Roger Lewis. Screen on the coverage. And the update will let you know what the issue is. 3rd and 6. Johnson going to get sacked by Sheldon Richardson. That, it's 2017. He's not here. Don't worry about it. Wing with the punt. Chases Murphy all the way back to his 15. Runs out of a couple tackles, and then the Giants get him to the ground a couple times. He's thrown a pick 6. Engineered one scoring drive. Forte moves the pile for a couple. 2nd and 7. Hackenberg with the completion to Darius Stewart. And he gets slammed to the ground by Casillas and Goodson. 2 here for the Jets. Hackenberg gets the first down. He hit the motion man, Hembrell Tompkins.
Chance for a touchdown on that play, but going against a good front four, some good players over there, and I thought we made some plays and moved the ball pretty well. Roger Lewis made a big 4th down conversion for us that got us set up the touchdown. So
overall, what do you think of this football team?
I like our squad. Obviously, our defense is playing outstanding. They're getting scoring touchdowns and getting safeties and getting us the ball back. So offensively, we got to do our part, and I thought today was a good start.
All right, thanks very much, Eli.
Thanks, Bruce.
Holding in the Giants secondary gives the Jets an automatic first down with 4:38 to go here in the first half, and the Giants up 19-3. Hackenberg with the deep ball, and the pass knocked away by Eli Apple. So the Giants get a break there. It was a good throw by Hackenberg and a nice route by Anderson. Forte slashes into Giants territory, tackled at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Jets at the Giants 46-yard line. Nice fastball by Hackenberg, but a little too much heat intended for Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Fair catch signal for at the 8-yard line. Well, now DJ Fluker remains in at right guard. Blitz on Johnson, throws it late. What a catch by Rudolph! Travis Rudolph inside the Jet 35. He took it right off the helmet of Darryl Roberts. Rudolph bailed him out. Darkwa pounds it into the line and picks up a yard. 2nd and 8. Darkwa on the toss, and he gets cut down by Muhammad Wilkerson. Jets and winning Super Bowl III. Current players that have played for both. Johnson with the middle screen to Vereen. 13-year veteran out of Ohio State. And it's got the distance, and it is good. So Nugent to kick it off. Frankie Hammond back deep. Hammond will take a knee. And the Jets, little teaching moment here. They'll get an opportunity. Berg has been in the entire way at quarterback. Powell to his left. Hackenberg with time. Powell with the catch. Powell hit by Landon Collins and dropped. And Deontay Dion in his extra DBs. Whoa! Janoris Jenkins with the big hit, and the ball is picked off by Dion, and he runs in for the touchdown. Janoris Jenkins with the huge hit. About Janoris Jenkins, you don't think of him as a huge hitter, but he wallops Robbie Anderson, which creates the interception.
Well, he's playing off. The ball's a bit late getting there. That's why he was able to come in and get a running start on that. He had a running start to get that ball jarred loose.
Rosas for the extra point, and it is good. So the Giants, passes defended. Creates that pick six for Dion. And the kickoff by Rosas. Hackenberg going to run a draw to Powell. Powell's a good physical runner, and he takes on some contact. Pierre-Paul and Olivier Vernon remain in the game. Powell again finds a seam, takes it out to the 40, and he's grabbed by the ankles by Darian Thompson and brought down at the 41. Hackenberg gives for Powell. Shoulders his way to the 45, and a late flag comes in.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
6 isn't in the game. That's Bromley. Hackenberg completes it to Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He runs out of a couple tackles with 8 seconds to go in the half. Brought down at the Giants' 34-yard line.
Couldn't get him set.
And with the Jets out of timeouts, that is the end of the first half. So the Giants, Catanzaro with the kickoff that sails through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Brett Jones, who came in at right guard in the first half, in at center. Johnson slipped as he tried to hand the football off. Johnson on a second down feels some pressure. Gets hit, throws it away, incomplete. Mine, if you crossed her. 3rd and 14. Johnson for Drone. Drone can't get the first down. It takes a big shoulder from Robinson 3. 3 and out for the Giants to start the third, and we get whistles and a flag before Brad Wing could hit the punt.
False start. Kicking team number 53. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Is the main point.
Yeah, and Skinner and Munson both have been good on the coverage team. That's a big mistake there for him.
Hammond on the return. Can't step out of a couple tackles. Lost the football, but it's recovered by the Jets. In at quarterback for the Jets. And as they take the first snap, we get a whistle and a false start against the Jets. Shane Drone took a big hit
Offense number 79.
on the end of that last play, and he's being evaluated for a concussion. And Petty got most of them. Petty, under some pressure, takes the check down.
That's possible.
Petty with time has a wide open receiver in Giants territory. That's a Darius Stewart. So 1st and 10 at the Giants 42. Powell off the right side picks up 9 on the play. Quara steps off. 2nd and 1. Petty. Check down to Powell. Adams shoves him out of bounds at the Giants 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12.
Fundamentals that you've been telling your quarterbacks what you need them to do no matter who's in the game or who the opponent is, but going through your progressions.
2nd and 7. Giants 18-yard line. Hanson in motion. Murphy stacked up, limited game.
Prove to be good special teams players. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the coaching staff to make some decisions.
Flag on the play on the 3rd and 6 as Chris Gregg made the catch, but we'll check the flag. Brad Allen asking if you want to decline it.
Illegal formation on the offense. The tackle was uncovered. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
Bryce Petty with time. Pass incomplete. Good coverage by Nigel Tribune. former second-round draft pick of the Jets back in 2013. Gives it off to Wayne Gallman, the rookie fourth-round pick out of Clemson, and he picks up a couple. Gino takes a low snap and throws it to nowhere. Intended for Matt Lacoste as Smith took a shot. 3rd and 8. Smith under pressure. Rudolph makes the catch and gets the first down. Nice open field running. Lacoste goes in motion. Smith to throw. Downfield, in and out of the hands of Jerome Lane. Giants are trying to set up a screen from the Giants 28. Pressure right up the middle. Flag on the play. Flags everywhere. Smith gets chased out of bounds after a gain of 2.
It's late in the game, and Gino seeing.
And I think it was Gallman.
There are 2 fouls on the offense. Holding, number 66. Holding, number 22. Both fouls are declined. It brings up 4th down.
So the 2 rookies, Wayne Gallman and Adam Hisnawati.
Hey, video, what's up?
Wing with the punt. Morris for the 26. Slips through the first line of defense and then gets, no matter which quarterback starts, they're just devoid of, quality skill position guys. Is one of the guys, Chad Hansen, a 4th-round pick, has made a couple nice catches, makes a nice play there. Powell grabbed around the ankles. Draft pick number 91, Avery Moss, in the game at defensive end. We'll check down to Jalen Marshall, and he's tackled by Calvin Munson. Stewart in motion. Powell on the carry. Gets hit by Robert Thomas, and then Okwara, Iheanacho deep into the game.
As thin as they are.
2nd and 7. Pass behind the receiver Hansen. 3rd and 7. Giants bring late pressure. Petty to the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown by Adarius Stewart. 10 for 107 yards.
And Tribune gets in a foot race. Never sees the ball.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the extra point. Lachlan Edwards to hold. And the extra point try is good. Defensive touchdowns tonight. Landon Collins and Dante Dion with interception returns for touchdowns. Ed Egan, who was just signed this week.
Carries, 43 yards. How'd you feel out there?
I felt good. It was good to get out there, and I was biting at the thing, all camp, trying to get out there. But when you get a hamstring injury, it's so tricky. You got to take your time, before getting back out there. Being a running back. So definitely was good to get out there with my guys and get some work.
Matt, with so many young players here, you in the league for 10 years at age 31, do you consider yourself a guy who's got to be a mentor to some of these guys?
He needs it, and we accustom that role.
How do you deal with the low expectations for this football team?
Wait for the season and go from there.
Matt, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Matt Forte with over 9,000 yards rushing in his career and over 500 receptions.
Faster, 107. Quiet, not a showman, but a pro's pro. As Gallman on a 3rd and 16 takes the handoff, and Carl, the Giants drive set back.
The check down. And as a veteran set of eyes for a young quarterback, he's going to be a big help to these young quarterbacks, whoever they put in there.
Morris muffed the punt, and the Giants pounce on him. Petty remains in at quarterback. Powell gets a yard or 2. So the Giants is in at one of the defensive tackle spots. Robert Thomas as well. Moss gets pressure. Petty avoids him. And then Petty nearly intercepted by Dion, but he was out of bounds. It was tough, but didn't play at all last year. Petty on a 3rd and 9. Powell beat Munson, and he's off to the races. Can Iheanacho get him? No. Touchdown Jets. Nope. No signal.
It's a flag on the play. I think it was a face mask.
5-yard pass
Result of the
play.
play is a touchdown.
It is a
With a
touchdown.
personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 23, defense. Touchdown is good. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
He's grabbing his left knee. See right here, pulling the face mask. The knee hit, but the ball's in his left hand, and it broke the plane as the knee was coming down. It's going to be reviewed.
After
Any
reviewing
part
the
of the
play, the
ball.
ruling on the field stands.
Oh.
Touchdown. The 15-yard major face mask
Yeah, there was
will be
nothing right
administered
down
on
the
the
line.
kickoff.
So the ruling on the field was a touchdown to the right of Petty. Petty zips it to Chad Hansen for the 2-point conversion. He beat Nigel Tribune.
Perform.
Yeah, how you perform, and then frustrations start to build if you're not moving the ball. Egan got hit at the 14, went down at the 16-yard line. The offensive line remains the same as the last series. Smith checks it down to Jarrell Adams, and he's got a first down, picks up 12, and then takes a late shoulder. You could make the case that it's a battle for one spot between Will Tye, Jarrell Adams, and Matt LaCosse.
Well, that's legitimately what it is, the battle for one spot, because
Start the fourth quarter, 2nd and 6. Geno Smith in at quarterback. Smith completes it to LaCosse right near the first down, and it looks like he's got it. Part is Fluker. Gallman gets a yard and a half. Jets shut it down. Carl, as the Giants face the 2nd and 8, is what do the Giants do with that right guard position? Gallman out of the backfield, splits the defenders and gets a first down. Marcus Williams.
focus on his technique. But Jerry, I just think they want to experiment and see if they can get some energy and some.
At the Jets 43. Nice throw, nice catch. That's Kanan Severin, who was actually played here for the Steelers against the Giants 2 weeks ago, released as the Giants have a 1st and 10. Smith feels pressure. Smith is going to get sacked by Devon Still. Ball playful. That was a little social media fun that the guys had back and forth.
That didn't get
Abdullah in the backfield. Smith with time. Smith has it sail over the head of Jerome Lane. He's going to try a 54-yarder. Does it have enough to get there? It does. And he'll get the kickoff here. Good driving kickoff through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stewart in motion. McGuire the tailback. Petty to McGuire. Gets around Burhay, and they say he stepped out of bounds at the 36. So Carl is a good guy that was a core special teams player and a guy that can play on the regular defense. Trying to see if he can keep a roster spot. Petty takes a big hit from Kerry Wynn.
have to do besides look to the sideline at a card, get the play. You got to make adjustments.
McGuire fights ahead near the first down, and it's close. And he didn't play a single snap last year. Petty to Chris Harper, and he picks up about 8 on the play. Safety or corner to impress somebody. And let's face it, some of these guys have struggled tonight as Petty throws it up top, and that time a flag comes in, and let's see if they get Tribune or Hansen.
Interference, defense number 36. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
Well, they are looking at each other, but he's impeding the progress of the receiver.
Foster at the safety position. So first down at the 15. Coverage is good there. Petty with a scramble drill, and they left Darius Stewart wide open for the touchdown.
Good job by Petty. Went through his entire progression. Comes all the way back to the other side of the field, finds someone uncovered.
Ross Martin in for the extra point. And he pops it through, so it's 7:58 to go in the ball game. Jets get their 3rd touchdown on the kickoff for the Jets. Egan recently signed. Across the 20 and tackled at about the 24-yard line. As his tailback on a 1st and 10. Gallman picks up about 7, but a flag on the play.
And that's going to come back.
It's going to be a hold against the Giants.
Holding. Offense, number 63. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Left tackle Chad Wheeler.
On both sides of this rivalry, what is it all about in your mind?
Just bragging rights. You know, it's not a regular season game, but it's a game where you'll hear a lot throughout the year, and the fans get to, you know, go back and forth with each other about who teams are hitting them. But guys just can't get complacent and just realize 2016 is in the past. Nobody cares what we did last year.
But the way last year ended, does that give you more hunger?
His 6th year out of William Penn, and he knows what some of these guys on the field feel right now as another flag comes in on the Gallman run. All-Pro, which
93. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
hold against the Jets, so it's an automatic first down. Deion Simon called for the penalty.
One of the most dominant defensive interior players in the league.
Webb's pass incomplete. Scramble and throw by Davis Webb to Will Tye to kind of wiggle the Giants out of that 1st and 20. As Webb hits Lacoste, battling Marcus Williams along the sideline. 3rd and 8. Webb's pass should have been intercepted, but dropped by Marcus Williams, intended for Marquise Bundy, one of those new players.
Yeah, Fluker's out there still fired up.
Wing with the punt. Murphy lets it bounce over his head into the end zone for a touchback.
Trying to book a guest right now. I will be after the game. I gotta do some work.
1st and 10 for the Jets. Petty to Elijah McGuire. Flags on the play as McGuire picks up 8.
Pass interference. Offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty. First down.
His neck. McGuire takes a big hit and gets brought down by Tim Scott, who was signed just this week. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes here in the 2nd half. Looking to build upon a Pro Bowl year last year. Petty to the sideline. Bragg again. Egan from 22. Trying to find some open real estate. Takes it out to the 31. Return of 9. Yes, you can.
Especially in the preseason. Wow.
At one point you couldn't, but Gallman gets nothing. Let's set the Giants offensive line for it because they've moved Chad Wheeler.
See if we can develop him, if we can get him on the practice squad. He just knocked 2 people down.
Let's take a look at number 62. 3rd and 3. Gallman runs into a wall. Still got the first hit on him, and then the Jets rally to the football. So, real good guy. Wing the punt. Murphy yells scatter, and the ball bounds out of bounds. Tonight.
No.
Well, we've seen the Giants starters play in that last preseason game a little bit in the past.
Doubtful. Wow, they got the quarterback down here.
And that is a big concern for the Jets. Hackenberg is back in on the 2nd and 1. Chooses to not run for the first down. He throws it, and Stewart count as the veteran. You've got to start the season with him. Hackenberg gets hammered on a blitz. Flying in on a safety blitz. Hackenberg never saw it. Conversing with the officials. So that play is going to be under review.
It will be first down and 10. The Giants are not charged a timeout. We'll go 1st and 10 from the 47.
Trailing by a touchdown. Hackenberg. Austin Safarian Jenkins slammed out of bounds by Stanley's Mapunga. Hackenberg throws it into traffic. Curtis Grant
And we were discussing off here, how come safeties don't count as turnovers?
Hackenberg to McGuire underneath. There's a flag on the play in the secondary. And McGuire takes it to the 16-yard line.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face, number 35, defense. That penalty is declined as a result of the play as a first down.
Hackenberg with a 1st and 10. To the end zone, and the pass broken up, intended for Chris Harper. 2 touchdown passes here in the second half. Got hurt. Hackenberg again to the end zone. Caught. Frankie Hammond, touchdown. Beat Tim Scott.
To the opposite side of the field. Right at the front pylon, back shoulder throw. Good catch.
Touchdown is under review.
The touchdown is under review.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
There you have it.
Yeah. Hackenberg from McGuire did not get in. No signal from the officials. He did not get in. Huge pile up, and the officials rule it a no-go. Onside kick fielded by Egan, and he wisely just gets out of bounds. You get the knee in, it counts as 2 feet, but did the hand hit before the knee hit? That's close. And it was ruled a touchdown, so the Giants are going to take a knee there. Got a lot of teaching points here tonight as Webb takes the knee. And the Giants pick up their first win here in the preseason. Eli Manning's got to feel a little bit better about things, the way they turned out with the offensive line, showed production. They moved the ball. Still only the 1 offensive touchdown that they scored, Carl, but Webb takes the final knee, and that'll do it here at MetLife Stadium. You have to say that against a good defensive front for the New York Jets, as Ben McAdoo and Todd Bowles greet each other at midfield.